You're with News 5 tonight. The tight labour market in Singapore will remain for some time, said Labour Chief Lim Swee Say in his May Day message to Singaporeans ahead of Labour Day on Thursday. Mr Lim urged employers to be better bosses and told employees not to take job supply for granted. Two-thirds of Singapore's workforce are local, and the government hopes to keep it that way. To do that, foreign manpower must eventually grow at the same pace as local manpower, said Labour Chief Lim Swee Say. This means the growth of foreign manpower would need to slow down. Mr Lim said eventually the overall growth of Singapore's workforce could slow to 1 to 2% in future, down from 3 to 4%. He said a tight labour market can speed up economic restructuring through productivity gains and innovations, but employers and employees should do their part too.
My message to the employer is that labour market tightness will remain for some time to come. So therefore, please find ways to be a better employer, make better use of every worker and treat every worker better. My message to the workers is that do not take the tight labour market for granted. Job supply should never be taken for granted. In fact, the whole world is now moving towards the using robotization, using new technology to reduce their dependency on labour.
Mr Lim said there's also more members of the public can do to treat service staff as equals. He said while customers want better service, they should also be good customers, as this can create a more positive experience. He added the labour movement is thinking of ways to recognise the efforts of customers and service providers that bring positive energy to the workplace. From midnight on May Day, some 1,000 labour movement activists will be going around the island to distribute 100,000 of these energy bands to workers. Now, these colourful bands represent a show of appreciation and is the labour movement's way of thanking workers for their contribution to Singapore.